Hello and welcome to another episode of a crazy little thing called Lovdev. It's where I delve into the world of Reddit and other bizarre stories that happen to myself. Fortunately, it's not a very great start, but thank you for listening anyway. I really appreciate it. Let's go with today's episode. It's 166. Screw you. Hello, everyone. How are you? Hope you're all well and good in spirit. Unfortunately, there's been a bit of a tragedy with my family. It's quite sad. Like, it just seems to be like there's bad stuff happening around me and good stuff. There's both, but it's a part of life, unfortunately. Yeah. So Sunday gone. Fortunately, I lost my dear, beloved mother-in-law, Sheila's mum. My missus passed away tragically. It's been a tough few weeks, to be honest. Losing my pet, losing my mother-in-law. Very difficult. This wasn't the way I wanted to start the podcast, but I said that last time, didn't I? But my dear pet cat, Faithy, my little furball, left us. No, her dear mother-in-law left us. She was a good woman, though. She was very good. She loved me loads, never said a bad thing about me. She was a strict lady. She reminded me of my own nan, to be honest. She was like that, very traditional. It was her way or no way. She was like the head of the family. That's how she was. I mean, she was a single mother. She raised 6 kids, got them all married, made sure they're all settled. If there was any quabbles or any issues in the house, she was the one who would sort it. I had a lot of respect for her. Funny enough, I felt like seeing her on the day she was going to go. Yeah. Just got to be there now for my family and support them. Everyone, even my own kids, because they've lost their nan, And I still miss my nan. I mean, it's been so many years since she's gone now. But she was one of my favourite people. She was a very funny woman. I think that's where my mum got her sense of humour from. And I took it off my mum. You don't realise how people around you, how much you'll miss them when they go. So, if you have any dear loved ones, hold them tight. Tell them that you love them. There's nothing that's going to hurt them like that. Yeah. I don't know what to say to you guys. So hopefully the funeral will be next week. I will try my best to record a podcast. If I don't, then you do know what the reason is. But I do appreciate everyone listening out to this, My dear fans out there, I love all of you. Thank you so much. But we will continue the podcast as we usually do. So let's pick a little topic. I'm going to go for today's very first topic with Am I the A-hole? Am I the A-hole? Been posted by No Sprinkles on the comedy Reddit forum. Well, it's not a comedy Reddit forum. It's just a Reddit forum, but I don't know why I said comedy. Hopefully this is comedy. We'll have to see. So let's see what Sprinkles' issue was. Are they an a-hole for refusing to babysit my sister's miracle baby after what she did to my dog? I wonder what she did to her dog. I hope it doesn't lead to something terrible. Let's have a look what No Sprinkles is saying. Oh, my sister, who's 32, female. Happy birthday to your sister. Had a baby last year after years of struggling with infertility. We were all happy for her. She called him her miracle baby. And honestly, I don't mind the attention he got until things got weird. Oh, I wonder what that was. I'm a 28-year-old female. Glad you specified your gender. Happy birthday. I have a golden retriever named Benny. He's 5, the sweetest boy alive. Everyone in the family loves him. Even my sister used to until the baby came along. Well, baby, dog, I think there's a bit of a difference in them two. One time I brought Benny over when I visited. He stayed on his mat, didn't bark or even move. The baby started crying and my sister went, I think he's making the baby nervous. Yeah, because a baby knows what an animal is at such a newborn age. That makes sense. She asked me to put him outside in the middle of the winter. I said no, and I left early. That was strike 1. Next time I saw her, she told me straighten up she didn't want that Benny around her son. And her son, because he's a dog. I said, okay, whatever, and stopped bringing him. But I could tell something shifted. Why didn't she want the dog there? This is strange. Then, one day, says No Sprinkles, I was out of town for a weekend, and she begged me to let her stay at my place because hers was getting fumigated. I agreed, thinking it was chill. I come home Sunday night. Benny is hiding under the bed, trembling, looking all scared. I found out she locked him in the laundry room for 2 days straight because he was staring too much, and that made the baby fussy. No food or water bowl, just locked him. Wow. Isn't that abuse, first of all? I mean, okay, I can understand. She's a new mom, by the sounds of it. She's got a baby. She's scared that Benny might attack the baby or something like that, which is normal. I can understand that bit. But if she knew what the dog was like, I think she shouldn't have done that or put him in another room. The worst thing about it is that not feeding the dog or even leaving water for him is absolutely terrible. So she says, I lost it. I can understand why. I told her she was never setting foot in my house again and that she was lucky I didn't call animal services. Fast forward a month, she's going back to work and suddenly I'm her first choice for free childcare. Wants me to watch her baby for 2 days a week. Let me guess, did you lock the baby in the laundry room? For 2 days, payback. I said no. She flipped and called me bitter and selfish. And I said I clearly don't understand what it means to love family unconditionally. My mom got involved and said I'm being cruel when I could be helping. No one cares about Benny the dog, do they? It's all about the baby now. But this isn't just about a dog. Okay. It's about how she treated something I love without remorse and now expects me to drop everything and help her like nothing's happened. She should address that, though. I don't know if she addressed it, if she explained herself why she locked the dog in the laundry room for 2 days without any food or water. You know. And I can understand why you're getting angry because that's your baby as well, you know. Benny's your little baby. I hope you both sorted it out. She's saying, am I the a-hole for saying no to babysitting? For that question, no, you're not really, because you could be doing some other stuff. But if the reason is behind Benny, then, yeah, I kind of agree with you. Because she treated your beloved pet, awfully. So you're not going to have any feelings for her. And I know you don't think anything of the baby. It's not the baby's fault. Obviously, it's not. Once she's comfortable with Benny being around the dog, maybe you can forgive her then. But who not? Benny probably hates your sister now, to be honest. Well, that was today's Am I the A-hole? As I said, I don't think you are. So, you know that dilemma I had the other day with the washing machine? I bought one now, finally, from eBay. Refurbished. I know, I'm one of them people, I like to save money. So what if it's got a little dent on the side that you can't even see, but it still works absolutely fine like it's brand new? I'm going to save myself some money. Do you know what I mean, mate? Times are hard out there. So I bought this washing machine, and to be honest, I've bought washing machines and dishwasher, I bought an oven from this same company 18 years ago. When I bought my house, I bought everything from this same person. So they're like a specialist dealer. They got a massive warehouse. They've actually moved. They used to be round the corner from my house, but they moved to the other side of Birmingham, which takes me around 30 minutes to get to, which is fine. Bought it, paid £280 for an AEG washing machine, and it's valued around... I had a look on a website called Curry's, those of you not in the UK. We've got a big chain store, which is kind of like a Walmart. They do like everything, headphones, TVs, Hoovers, that kind of stuff. So I had a look on their website for the same model I bought, and I couldn't believe it. It's a £600 washing machine. That's round about, $800? I paid 280 British pounds. Absolute bargain. Bargain. I had to call them because I was wondering, they haven't emailed me to say when they're going to deliver it. And they were like, oh, we haven't got any deliveries in your area. And I was like, oh, God, I'm going to have to pick this up. I'm not waiting another week. I've been without a washing machine for about a month. The other washing machine, the company come down. Now, I don't understand this, right? So that it's a Zanussi washing machine. I know I'm talking about washing machines, but there's a point to this. They've got a service. You've got a one-time repair. You pay like £150. They will come out, repair it, including parts, labour, everything. No hassle. So the second bloke that come out, I thought, oh, it's going to get fixed today. He come just with his little toolbox, and I was thinking, where's your parts, mate? And he went, oh, what do you mean? I said, someone's already been round, told me what I need parts. He's going to order it, and they've sent you out, and you haven't even got them. And he went, probably can't find it. It's a 17-year-old machine. They've stopped making parts for this washing machine. And I can understand that. It's so old. Why would they need to make more parts on it? So he had a look online. He couldn't find any parts. He said, we're going to have to write it off. And these companies don't like it to be written off because they have to end up forking out money for it. I thought, all right then, just write it off. I've had enough of this company. I'm just going to go and buy one. And that's when I bought one, obviously. Now, this is kind of a miracle. So I come home and I told my brother, I said to him, I need you to help me carry this washing machine into the house. Make sure you're free on Friday. And he said, okay. And then what happened, I messaged him as I was coming back home with my machine. I said, are you around? Because I'm picking you up now. And he went, oh, no, I forgot. I'm in London. I've been picked up a job. I thought, great, but there's nothing I can do. I wasn't mad at him. Money is money. He's got to work. I thought, what can I do? I messaged some of my cousins. They were all at work as well. No one could help me. And I was thinking to myself, right, I thought, oh, God. Right, let's move the old machine. I moved the old machine out where the new ones are going to go in. Thought, I can't carry this by myself. And I don't really want my missus to help me because she's going to find it heavy. And, weirdly, it's heavier than the old machine. Probably because it's a bigger drum. I don't know. I thought then, my boot was open. It was a nice day. And I thought, what can I do? I said, you know what would be a miracle right now? If somebody came, like a scrap man, and took the old machine and helped me put this one in. And you would not believe what happened. All of a sudden, I saw this silver grey van driving up my road. I flagged him down. These blokes were looking at me. I said, mate, do you want an old washing machine? And my wife went, who's that? Who's that? I said, don't worry, I'll sort it. Do you want an old washing machine, mate? He looked at me and he said, yes, my brother. Give me your old washing machine. I said, you are my hero. He came out. I said, you just got to do one thing for me. Help me put my new one in the house. So he took the old machine, put it in his van, and then he helped me put my new one into the house. And he was a lovely bloke. I said, I can't believe how heavy this washing machine is. He looked at me and he said, my brother, I have been doing this job for 10 years. This is not heavy. So I gave him 2 bottles of water, thanked him, gave him a little hug, and said, you are my hero. Thank you so much. What an amazing story. Someone out there in the universe, could be my mother-in-law, answered my prayers. It wasn't really a prayer because I'm not very religious, but the universe helped me. There are good people out there. It was just so weird that I was stuck in that moment and somebody came to help me. Isn't that such a beautiful story? Let's do another topic.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, that's interesting. What is today's interesting news? Well, have you ever heard of a story so bizarre you think surely this was an episode of Grey's Anatomy gone wrong? Well, listen to this. Let me take you back to 2001. In Hawaii, where something happened which kind of sounds like it's already started with a very bad day. There was a bloke named Arturo Iturralde. I hope I said his name right. He was a 73-year-old man. Happy birthday. He went in to a medical centre for a routine spinal fusion surgery. Now, if you're going to have a spinal fusion surgery, it's a very serious business, you know what I mean? It's not like an experimental sci-fi operation. What they did, they fuse your vertebrae. They used Titan rods, which is standard. Now, something on that day went crucially missing. The titanium rods. Most surgeons, I'm guessing, would hit a pause, right? Or call for backup. Reschedule it. But Dr. Robert Rickenston, shout out to Dr. Robert Rickson, whatever his name is. He took one look around and went full MacGyver. Instead of the titanium, he grabbed a stainless steel screwdriver shaft. Yes, a proper screwdriver, Phillips probably. He cut the handle off and he put it into this Arturo's spine. He literally got a screwdriver, folks, and put it to fix the spine. So that means that screwdriver is staying in your body. I don't know why he did that. Maybe he thought it was a cheaper option. I really don't know. This wasn't a temporary fix now. Like I said, it was a spinal implant. A few days later, the screwdriver shaft snapped inside this guy's back, which made him have 3 more surgeries, loads of complications, but tragically, Arturo became paraplegic. And then, even worse, he died 2 years later because of those complications. How did anyone even find out about this madness? There was a nurse named Janelle Feldmeyer. She noticed something was a bit off. She found the broken screwdriver shaft in the trash, not even disposed properly. She had the guts to tell Arturo's family she was the official whistleblower and brought the whole scandal to light. So apparently this case went to court in 2006 and the jury was not impressed with Dr. Ricketson DIY surgery. They gave Arturo's family a whopping 5.6 million US dollars in damages. Dr. Ricketson was found to be 65% responsible, and the Hilo Medical Center where he worked, because they hired him. Despite his shady disciplinary record in other states, he had 35% liable. This wasn't just about one bad decision in the operating room. It exposed even bigger issues, like how some hospitals ignore a red flag when hiring surgeons like Ricketson, who has already been disciplined in California and Texas. But Hawaii gave him a green light because probably they don't have surgeons, maybe. I don't know. So, and Arturo, unfortunately, paid a really bad price for it. It is a story of negligence, but also one of courage, because if that nurse didn't speak up, none of us would never know. I'll tell you what is interesting. So yesterday, as I said to you, I had to sort out the washing machine because I was in a bit of a rush. I had to be somewhere. And that somewhere was a very, very beautiful wedding for 2 of my close friends, Masai Graham, who has won the Edinburgh Joke Award 3 times. He's won it 3 times. He's been number 1 at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. And also his beautiful and lovely, lovable wife, Kirsty Munro, who's an absolute gem to be around, as she's won awards herself. Now, they had their wedding yesterday, and yesterday it was so nice. It was sunny, it was hot, it was outdoors, it was such a beautiful wedding. The speeches were great, they were funny, and it was just nice to be around my comedy friends, my friends in general, people that I talk to, and talk about normal stuff, not just comedy. So it was nice. I had such a lovely day. It was lovely. Fortunately, I missed the ceremony because of this, trying to get the washing machine into the house, but then getting saved by this miracle man. When I got there, they already done the vows, and apparently I missed. They couldn't. Guests were saying to me they couldn't hear what he was saying, the vicar, because he had a microphone. Now, this is the first rule of comedy. You got a microphone, talk into it. He didn't. He had a microphone and he had left it on the side of him, so it's on a stand pointing towards him, but he's not even looking into it. He's basically ignored it. Maybe he's a non-believer of microphones, but apparently nobody could hear him saying the vows, and yeah. Which I think is absolutely hilarious. But overall, it was a beautiful day. I wish Masai and Graham so much happiness. I'm sure they've got so much more to come. Now, I'll be honest, I was going to do a weird news, but then I realised I've got a confession. Not me, but there's this confession that I saw, and I thought, let's do that, because just the title of it is absolutely hilarious. Here it is, folks. This confession has been put up by somebody called Mudane Nail. His confession is kind of awful. I wouldn't want this. I'll be honest, I would never want to do this. So apparently Mudane is saying me and a friend as a child smell each other's backside. That's right, they smelt each other's a-holes. Who's the a-hole? I think it's Mudane Nail for smelling his friend's bottom. This has always bothered me. It's bothering me, mate, reading it. Whenever I think about it, it makes me angry about myself. I'm angry right now inside. I was a child, 7 years old. Happy birthday when you were 7. I had this friend. He was 5. You've took advantage of a person who was 3 years younger than you. How can you even do it? We got along pretty well. Yeah, I wonder why. One day we were bored, and as the idiot myself, I recommended we should smell each other's bottoms. I don't even know why that came into my mind. Maybe you had a pet dog. I don't know. So we did that. We never got caught. I think we only done it 2 times. But it still haunts me to this day and makes me feel like I'm gonna go insane just thinking about it. Please give me your opinions. I think you shouldn't worry about it. You was a child at the time. I don't know what made you think of smelling your friend's bottom. Maybe it smelled nice. I don't know. I don't even know how you did and what you did and how about you got around to doing whatever it was you did. But I suppose at least you know what it smells like. Oh, mate. Oh, well, at least you confessed about it. There's nothing you can do. Just get on with your life. Don't even worry about it. Like I said, you was a child. It's absolutely fine. Actually, talking about smells, here is today's weird news story. Doctors issue a warning as a middle-aged man develops severe fungal lung infection after sniffing his own dirty socks. Yes, we've got another sniffer, people. A Chinese man, not surprised. Bizarre habit of sniffing his dirty socks landed him in hospital after it led to him developing a serious fungal infection in his lungs. The unnamed man, shout out to the unnamed man, described as an ordinary office worker from Chongqing in southern China. He attended a hospital after developing a severe cough that was keeping him awake at night, despite him taking over-the-counter medications. And he doesn't know why he got a cough. How bizarre is that? Medics who treated the patient told local media that medical scans revealed a worrying sign of a severe infection in the man's right lung. Doctors then performed a bronchoscopy. I don't even know if I said that properly. It's a procedure where they use a thin, flexible tool to take samples from inside the throat. Analysis of these samples revealed the man had aspergillosis. It's a type of lung disease caused by, guess it or not, aspergillosis. That is a type of mold which thrives in damp locations. Was his socks damp? Probably, from sweat. An interview with the patient to try and uncover where he might have been exposed to the fungus revealed he frequently smelled his socks after wearing them for long periods. Medics then tested his socks and found they indeed contained some strains of mold which had infected the patient. Lou, that's somebody's name. Shout out to Lou, the Deputy Director of Department of Respiratory Medicine in the Army Medical University. He told the media the socks had provided the perfect breeding ground for the fungus. Wearing shoes for a long time forms a closed, humid and warm space, which is easy to breed fungi. If you smell or absorb fungus-filled socks, the fungi may enter the lower respiratory tract through the mouth and the nose. If the body's immune function is low, it may cause disease, such as fungal pneumonia. Medics say the patient responded well to the antifungal meds and has since been discharged from hospital. Way! Bizarrely, this isn't the first time a Chinese man has been hospitalised after smelling his own socks. There was a similar case. Yes, I wasn't surprised, and I'm not surprised again. In 2018, a man who's 37-year-old from Sangzhou, whatever that is, that was from the east of China, so the west and the east are doing it now. He was admitted in hospital for coughs and chest pains. When interviewed by the medics, the patient told them he's addicted to smelling socks. The medics found his addiction led him to catch a fungal lung infection because he had an infection in his feet. That is absolutely nasty. Speaking at the time, Dr. Mei Zhuhang shout out to Dr. Zhuhang from Zhangzhou, whatever that is. 909 Hospital said another factor is the case was the man had not been getting enough sleep because he was looking after his child. So maybe he just kept smelling socks to help him, breathe. The NHS, so that's the National Health Service, God bless them, based in the UK, those of you, I'm sure you Americans know, it's our free healthcare. They say aspergillus is a rare in healthy people, but patients with a lung condition, so if you got asthma or a weak immune system, like cancer patients, you are at a higher risk. Symptoms of aspergillus include breathing problems, coughing up blood, lumps of mucus, a temperature, weight loss, and fatigue. In severe cases, it can lead to potential fatal bleeding in the lungs or pneumonia, a dangerous inflammation of the lungs. Oh, God. Apparently, it's impossible to avoid how common it is. This is according to the NHS. So are there loads of people in the world smelling their socks? Why would you smell your own socks? I don't understand. Why would you smell somebody else's ass? That's all I can say. This is today's podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, keep your folks around you close. Not your socks, but keep your loved ones around, because you never know when they're going to go. I know it started off badly, but I've enjoyed doing this. And I think you just have to crack on with life, innit? You have to, man. Because otherwise you'll be down. And try and stay positive. Stay happy, folks. And what would make me really happy is if you did enjoy this podcast, please leave a review. Give it 5 stars. Share it with your friends. That'll be even better. Share it with your friends if they like funny podcasts. And I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Have a lovely week. And I will hopefully, fingers crossed, speak to you then. Ta-da.